Hi, this is the video for Kris's Wine-Cork cork boards. This project starts with a frame purchased from your local craft store, unfinished, very inexpensive, and I've already removed the insert from both frames, and that's where we're going to start. Once you take the insert out, you'll need to cut another insert out of another piece of chipboard, like this. And that's just going to give you a little more stability, especially if you're using this as an actual cork board. Once you have another one cut out, you want to cover one side of each of these pieces with coordinating papers. And that will give you something that looks like this. Those are my two pieces. So now that I have those done, I want to take my frame, take one piece, place it inside the frame, and turn it over. On the front side, I'm just going to take a pencil and lightly mark around the inside of the frame so that I'll know where I can glue my cork pieces. And I've already done that. And I'll do it on the back of this one just so that you can see my outline very clearly. Then you can move on to your cork pieces. So here are my cork pieces. They are just taken from wine bottles, save the cork, and I've cut them in half because the depth of my frame is not very much. It's maybe about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch depth from where my chipboard piece will rest and the top of the frame. So I wanted to cut them in half just to get a better look. If you find a frame that has a deeper depth, by all means, you can use the cork piece whole. But if you have to cut them in half, the best way to do this is to just take a knife, hold your cork along the bottom, and find the side that is more stable. There's always one side of the cork that's a little more stable than the other one. And you're going to hold it along the bottom and start your cut, being sure to keep your fingers out of the way. And just when your blade begins to disappear into the cork, switch to holding it along the top so that your fingers are completely out of the way, and you're going to continue cutting all the way down. Now this works a little bit better if you're standing up. You can get a little more leverage, and it makes it a lot easier. But then you'll have 2 halves of cork. And if you'll notice, this isn't cut very evenly, but that doesn't matter. That's part of the charm of the project, because every cork is going to be slightly different in size, and therefore having some that are cut on a little bit of an angle could be a good thing in the end. So once you have your cork pieces cut, that's when you can start arranging them. And once again, this would be covered in coordinating paper. I'm just showing you on the back on plain chipboards just so that you can see a little better. But you just start with a layout and you just work it out until you're happy with it, and you can bring your frame in and check just to make sure that all of your pieces are going to fit. And once you've done all of that and you're happy with the way that it looks and everything fits, you glue these pieces down and allow them to dry completely. And once you do that, you'll end up with something that looks like this. So from here, I can place it inside my frame, and it's a good idea to put an arrow on the back of your chipboard piece just to let you know which way is up. That helps a lot. And then I can take my other piece of chipboard with the coordinating paper, place it in the back, and put it into the frame. And there I have my frame halfway completed. So this is where it really starts getting creative. This is the decorating portion of this project. You can paint this frame, you can stain this frame, you can stamp it, you can do whatever you want to do with it. So rather than have you sit through me figuring out exactly what I want to do with my frames, I'm going to take you straight to the finished product.
And here we are. Through the magic of video, I have my 2 completed projects right here. I'll start with my non-functional just painted it with silver paint, and I painted the edges black and the back black right there. Then I used clear stamps to do the lettering du vin, which is some wine in French, and I embossed the design here in the red and just used a little smooch ink to give it a little color on the white lettering. And that is just as simple as can be for that one. Now, I'll move on to my functional cork board. And this one, I really didn't want to do too much decoration that could get ruined, because this one was going to be functional. And so I wanted to do things that could stand up to a little bit of wear and tear. So I used just this lime green acrylic paint, and I just basically did a wash of it on. I didn't try to get full coverage. And on top of that, I put a layer of triple thick clear coat, and it's a wonderful thing. It gives you 3 coats for every one that you put on this product. It's absolutely amazing. And I just used some ribbon embellishment and a few other things, and I have my little functional cork board that you can actually stick things into and pull them out without the corks falling off and without anything happening. So whether you decide to go functional or non-functional, I hope that you try this project. It's a really fun one.
Les amoureux sont comme le bon vin, ils donnent de